Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I just got done watching the premiere of the new Sword Art Online movie, Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale. And in today's video, I'm going to give you my overall thoughts and, a review of it. However, it's not really going to be, a full-on review. It's because I'm going to leave this spoiler-free because, this just came out in theaters, and I'm pretty sure, other people are trying to get their tickets for, the movie as well, and also maybe will not see the movie until, later down the road. So, I'm gonna give this review a, non-spoiler, review, okay? I'm gonna do that. Now, fair warning, I will be critical during this review. So, Sword Art Online fans who think that, Sword Art Online is a masterpiece, Sword Art Online is godlike, you will possibly be triggered by my critical statements. So, fair warning.
Please note that I am not the biggest Sword Art Online fan, but I will state my criticism as far as the overall video. I will explain my pros, cons, and personal enjoyment. So please take that into consideration before you dislike this video. Thank you.
Okay, so let me just give you my overall thoughts on Sword Art Online in general before I actually move on to this review. So Sword Art Online, it's an anime that you're either gonna love or either that you're gonna hate. And in my personal opinion, it's kind of like both. I really enjoy Sword Art Online, but at the same time, it has a lot of flaws. Especially regarding a certain main character who always seems to be a badass and a very OP individual that doesn't get any characterization other than just being OP. So, yeah. You can already tell that I dislike Sword Art Online to a certain extent. But I will say this. Kirito, the main character, actually plays out very differently compared to Sword Art Online Season 1 and Season 2. And I was actually very surprised because Kirito actually, is not really a badass in this film. Well, at least until, the very end. So before we actually get to, that, well, let me first talk about what comes to the story of Sword Art Online. So, it's been around, 2.5 years or so since, what happened in Sword Art Online in general. And there is a new VR system that has now been implanted in society. Instead of using the nerve gear, we kind of actually have this new technology that kind of acts as the same as nerve gear. However, you could put this contraption on your head and actually walk out, into society and actually play the game right then and there outside. Remember in Season 1 and Season 2 of Sword Art Online, you would have to stay racked up in your bed with a helmet on you and play the game. Now you can actually go out the front door and watch and play the game. So now that this new technology has been integrated into society, people can actually play outside of their home, and they can battle various monsters and various other bosses that were actually in, the original SAO, which is very cool. And I actually like the aesthetic on how they actually go about it when it comes to the technology, how basically while you're wearing this, everything becomes digitized right in front of you. Like, you'll see, the cities actually become digitized, the whole environment around you changes, your clothes change, just your appearance in general, and you can battle the monsters right then and there. I think that's badass. That was very cool. So the overall plot point in this new Sword Art Online movie is that Kirito and Asuna end up getting into a little predicament into which Asuna, let's just say, she becomes the damsel in distress yet again, kind of like how she was in Season 1 and Season 2 of Sword Art Online, to the point where Kirito has to, save her, okay? I'm not gonna, like I stated before, I'm not gonna go dive into spoiler territory because, like I stated before, you guys have probably not watched the film, so I'm not gonna, spoil what happens, but there is going to be a point in which Kirito has to actually get Asuna back on her feet and save her. Now, how it goes about is very interesting because in the original Sword Art Online, Kirito has always been an OP motherfucker, okay? But in this movie, he is really not so much. See, with the new VR system that is implemented in society, it makes it harder for Kirito to actually get used to this new VR system, because for 2.5 years, he's been stuck to, you know, the playing style of the original Sword Art Online, and also, you know, the Gun Gale Online Ironclad, which basically had the same, you know, movement, the same gameplay style. However, with this new technology, it is very different, and there's actually several parts of the movie in which you will actually see him trying to get better and better and better when it comes to his whole, you know, adaptive nature when it comes to the movement, so that way he can become faster, more agile, and just a stronger individual himself. So at least when it comes to that part of the movie, I really did, you know, like that compared to what we have seen before when it comes to Kirito in Season 1 and in Season 2. So yeah, as far as story goes, Asuna plays the damsel of distress. Kirito has to try to, you know, find out a way on actually how to save her, and that's basically about it. It's basically your typical Sword Art Online run-of-the-mill, you know, sort of plot point, but how it gets executed was, you know, it was better than what I have said about Season 1 and Season 2 of Sword Art Online. Oh, and also, before I actually move on, I did want to mention that when it comes to this movie in general, it focuses on the relationship between Asuna and Kirito's relationship in general, and how it develops over time. And don't get me wrong, while I enjoyed it, there will be, you know, cringy moments in which you're like, and also the dialogue that is delivered, but, you know, when it comes to anime, and also in Season 1 and Season 2 of Sword Art Online, I always cringe, you know, at certain things that, you know, I don't agree with, and that just are presented weird, but that's just me personally. But when it comes down to it, I mean, that's irrelevant to what I just said, but when it comes down to it, the movie focuses on the two characters' relationship between one another and how it develops over time and actually becomes something. So, you know, when it comes to the development between the two characters, as far as their relationship goes, it's good. So now, let's actually talk about the animation, because the trailers have shown you wonderful animation. Does it stand up to the hype? Yes, the animation is actually very, very good. The animation looks very flashy, too much flashy if you ask me, because as I was watching the movie, there were so many flashes going on that, you know, probably would make people motion sickness, I'm not gonna lie, because I was just like beamed with flashes, you know, but that's because, you know, we were mainly sitting in the front with me and my friends, but the animation looks actually very good. The animation is very good. It looks good throughout the entire movie, I will say that. But there is a little bit of inconsistencies when it comes to the animation, because you will, well, at least I noticed that there will be times when the animation looks a little bit stale. There will actually be a few times that you might see some of the scenes look a little bit stale compared to, you know, the animation that is actually thrown into the film. One most notably that I noticed was a scene with Klein. I think it was Kirito talking to Klein in the background, and, you know, usually when it comes to anime and far away distances, you know, the animation could look a little bit odd, but when it came to a certain scene with Klein, like, his face just looked like this. I thought that was very funny. But, you know, when it comes to the animation entirely, getting in all seriousness though, those are very minor, you know, inconsistencies that you probably won't even notice, to be quite honest with you. The absolute animation that, you know, is throughout the entire film is very good. It is. It's very good. The aesthetic of it, the flashiness. Oh my god, when it comes to the flashiness of some of the scenes, I feel like I'm having a seizure half the time. But the animation's great. The animation is great. But now let's actually get to the sound of what I personally thought of the film. The sound, it was phenomenal. The sound was the best part of the movie. Not even gonna joking. Not even joking. I'm serious. Like, the sound alone probably is what made this film for me, because just on how the sound was executed probably was one of the best experiences that I had watching an anime film on the big screen. Like, no joke. because the sounds that are implemented during the fight scenes, you can just hear the swords clashing or the weapons clashing in general, the shields making, that thudding sound to block the attack. You can hear the sparks shatter and go off into the distance. The smoke actually looks very good. That's one thing I forgot about the animations. Even some of the smoke scenes where you see it evaporate also looks very good as well. But yeah, the sound, oh my god, that 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 when it came to the sound. One of the best experiences that I had at my movie theater. Then again, like I stated before, that was just because of the theater that I was in. But as far as what I personally felt with the sound, I thought it was 10 out of 10 level. Like, if I had to say, if you wanted to go see a film just for the sound alone, go to Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale, because the sound was amazing. But yeah, those are pretty much my overall thoughts on the Sword Art Online movie, Ordinal Scale. Is this a movie that you should go see? If you're a Sword Art Online fan, definitely go see this film. Should you see this film if you have never seen the Sword Art Online series before? You can. It'll probably even get you interested when it comes to Sword Art Online in general, and you'll probably actually check out the series, because actually, this is canon material when it comes to this movie. So, it would be in your best interest, in order to check out the first and second season of Sword Art Online, in order to grasp everything that went down in those series, and then go to see the movie to, see the connections, so to speak. And this experience going with some of my friends was also kind of cool as well. I had some that really enjoyed the film, and then I also had my two other friends. One did not like the film at all, and also stated that there was very cringy moments in which he wanted to kill himself. And then my other friend was, interested in this, and he probably will end up checking out the next few seasons of Sword Art Online just to see, what Season 1 and Season 2 were like. So, getting new fans to the series, that's always a good sign. So, will Sword Art Online be something that you should watch? In my personal opinion, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Sword Art Online. Like I have stated before, Sword Art Online has a bit of inconsistencies when it comes to my personal enjoyment of it. It's a love-hate relationship, but overall, I do enjoy the series, and when it came down to this movie, it was really enjoyable. It was really enjoyable, and it was actually very cool to see others enjoy it as well. I mean, I had people in the back of me, because I was in the front seat with me and my friends. People in the back were screaming and cheering, because there'll be several scenes in which it shows iconic moments from Season 1 and Season 2. Like, just an example. You'll see a scene with Shinon. Shinon actually makes an appearance in this film as well, and you will just see her outfit change for a split second, like her original outfit, and you just hear the people in the back just screaming like, "Hell yeah, baby!" There was actually another part in the film. Let's just say it's a bath scene. Nothing happened in that bath scene, but from start to finish, it went from, "Oh yeah!" So, just to see other people's reactions to Sword Art Online, like, definitely the ones behind me had a lot of fun watching this film. They were excited, they loved it. I can definitely tell, even at times, I wanted to say subscribe to my YouTube channel, because the movie theater was actually packed. The movie theater was pretty packed compared to when I saw Boruto. There was only a select few people there, but Sword Art Online, Ordinal Scale, had a lot of other people in that theater that I was in. So, that just shows you the fan base of Sword Art Online, because Sword Art Online is, an anime that you can actually watch in order to get into anime in general. It's a good gateway anime, because it has a lot of enjoyment factors to it, and that's what I love about Sword Art Online as well. But, like I said before, you will see the flaws in the series, but every series has flaws. So, to summarize my overall thoughts, definitely something very enjoyable. Animation is great. The sound is godlike. So, overall, and the story, inconsistent. It's very predictable, and, it's your typical run-of-the-mill Sword Art Online plot, okay? But it's good. It's good. I personally enjoyed it. So definitely check this film out if you have not. That about does it for my review of Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale. I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching.